Hi, I'm Milton Rendell and welcome to Real News Friday. Certainly been an interesting week, certainly been a couple of interesting weeks. Everything in the news is dominated by two things at the moment: coronavirus and the stock exchange, which we probably all know. Oh, and the third one was toilet paper. But they're the ones that have been dominating probably the news more than anything. And people ask me, will it affect real estate? Will it impact real estate? Just give you a couple of quick things. Look, what I'll do, the market will stop and look for a minute or two. That always happens. Doesn't matter when. In 30 odd years of real estate, I know when there's some big highlight or big headlines out there, things stop for a minute or two. And we've probably seen a little bit of that this week. So you'll probably see a small increase in probably numbers of properties on the market. It won't be much, probably 1 or 2%. But I think probably once everyone starts to really understand how this is going to impact us, things will start to steady down. The stimulus packet which the government's launched this week, $18 billion. Now it's an interesting one. So I'll share my observation what's happened in the past and see how close I am to what happens in the future. Now obviously the stock exchange is been going downwards, and obviously the returns for many, a lot of people will be worried about. Traditionally that drives people towards real estate, because they can see a return, even if the returns are lower than what they were used to in the past. But if you can get a 4 or 5% net return out of real estate, most people will return to that, and we'll see that's present in the current marketplace. In some places it's obviously higher, but when they get higher, there's obviously higher risk as well. But basically 4 or 5% is achievable. Probably some of the more expensive areas is probably like 3.5%, but there is definitely a net return, which is better than what a lot of people are getting out of other investments they currently got. And certainly if you've got deposit funds with a bank, you're getting nothing. The other part about the stimulus package, which I don't know if people do really pay attention to, but the money that will be injected into the pensioners and the unemployed and other bits and pieces generally is what I probably call ground money. Ground money meaning that type of money will get spent at probably the lower level of the market. In other words, more stuff will be purchased through stocks, so it'll help retail. Remember Harvey Norman were pretty happy the last time there was a stimulus package. A lot of TVs sold, and I think a lot of people got married in Bali. I don't know about getting married in Bali this time, but certainly the money will be spent a different way. Look, for a local business, if people are spending that extra couple of dollars per spend in their shops, particularly in grocery, it'll make an enormous difference to our economy, and I think the government understands that. People are going to run off with their $700 and invest that in something else because they can't do too much with it. But what they can do is probably catch up on a few bills, which have an influence through the local economy. And once again, if you look through like a village mentality, if you're a small business in a small town, that'll also help because people have money to spend. So it'll fill the gap for a while, and I think that's basically the aim of any sort of stimulus package. Is not to be there forever. It's not to fix everything forever. It is purely to probably put a band-aid on it in the short term. I think it's a good move by the federal government to do it early. The state government appears to be very, very active. So we're very fortunate to be in Australia. I think business and real estate will benefit from that. And I still think at the second half of the year will still probably unfold the right way. We've got to get away from the negativity of it all. I think at the end of the day, once again, like I said earlier, luckily we're in Australia. I don't think we'll see some of the impact. Yes, will it affect travel? Yes, it definitely will. Will it affect hospitality? There's no doubts about that. But we'll find a way to help stimulate those of us who don't go overseas. We'll hopefully go down to Busselton and somewhere else, and we'll keep our money local. So I think the stimulus package, in terms of real estate, I still think we're on course for an improving market. Inquiry for rentals is still there, inquiry for commercial is still there, and overall people are still talking to us every day about real estate. For all the best. I know it's longer than normal, but it's a big topic this week. To find out more, check out realestateplus.com.au.